So hey, awesome ones, Heather here. You know, I've been thinking about getting older, and I thought to myself, we gotta show the younger generation that it's almost cool to be older, and we also have to show each other, our peers, that we can still be absolutely awesome. So today I have this video. A lot of times we're feeling older, but if we just kind of, I don't know, just wear something different or change up our attitude, man, we get a little bit bolder. So I can't wait to show you this video, and whether you use all the tips or even just one, I hope it helps, and I'm so glad to have you here with this awesome over 50 community. Let's take a look. So you might be thinking as I'm showing you these tips, hey, come on, Heather, I'm not even going anywhere these days. And that gives you an opportunity to try some of these tips out. I mean, maybe you want to change your hairstyle, or you want to try to all right, I'm going to keep going. You want to try to change up your hooded eyes and make them more uplifted, or maybe you just want to change your attitude. And I will guarantee you, when you go out there and you're wearing maybe bolder clothes, and you've done something with your hair, somebody's going to say to you, hey, you look great. Or maybe even somebody's going to say to you, you look marvelous, darling. And who said that? Put it in the comments if you know what famous person said that. Let's start with number one. And number one is a good skincare regime. So as most of you know, I'm 65 years old now. Wow, it really sneaks up on you, but I've never had Botox and I've never had any surgery, and hey, you can't fake a video, right? But if that's what you want to do, I say be authentically you if you want to go ahead and do that. But for me, I just chose personally that I wanted to grow and age more gracefully. And having said that, some of the things that I need to use on a daily basis, number one is sunscreen. I know you've heard it so many times, sunscreen. Hey, there's even sunscreen and some makeup now, some makeup foundation, so take a look for that. I also have a sunscreen lip balm that I use, and of course, I'm always wearing a hat and also sunglasses to protect those wrinkles happening in the eyes. And every night since I was about 18 years old, I've been moisturizing, and I put moisturizer all over my face, and I've hardly ever missed a night of that. Also, in the past, I'd say about 3 years, definitely moisturizing the neck, that's so important. And also every night before I go to bed, I put on a really nice hand cream, and that hand cream actually is a product that smells like lavender, so it helps me to sleep as well. And I just, for the sake of time, I don't want to be showing you tutorials on everything that I'm suggesting here. So if you go to youtube.com/awesomeover50/videos, you'll find all my videos, all my tutorials. I've got well over 100 of them, so check that out if there's any tips here that you want to see a tutorial on. So tip number two is, what am I putting on as a foundation for my face, especially covering up all those age spots, etc., etc. And what I will put on, what I'll put on is a primer. This one happens to be a Strivectin primer, and it gets right in before, it's like a primer, like paint. So it just goes on first, and it kind of gets into all those crevices and fills up some of those wrinkles. But then I've chosen now a dewier, a glowier, if glowier is, I don't know if glowier is a word, but anyway, foundation. And I'm now applying that foundation. And as most of you know, I don't put on the powder afterwards like all of our mums used to do. I'm using the Revlon Anti-Shine, which I absolutely love. And by the way, I'll have links below for you for a lot of these products, and I think you're going to like them. Also, I think what I'm going to do is at the end screen, end screen of this video, what I'm going to do is a link for the dewier foundation and how I applied it, because that's a really good tutorial for you to take a look at. So that'll be there for you. So for number 3, what's a foundation without any blush and contouring and highlighting? Now just apply your favorite blush, you know, on your cheeks. I sometimes put a little bit on my forehead just to matchy things up a little bit. But you want to do your contouring, and what I like to use is this Tarte contouring. And what I'll want to do is sort of make sure that I have contouring on my, I actually use a different brush than this, but anyway, right here on my cheekbones, also under my jowls, I want to do that. And did you know, I know I've told a lot of you this before, our nose grows as we're getting older, so I'm going to put a little bit down the side here and even on the tip of my nose, and just the contouring is so important. Another item that I'm using a lot more these days, but don't overdo it or you're going to look ridiculous, is the highlighter. And this is a Too Faced highlighter. Again, I'll have the links below. And I just like to sort of put a little bit here and here and a little bit up here. And a lot of the Hollywood stars, you see them wearing this. And I've had a few people say to me, I don't know what you're doing, Heather, but you're looking a lot younger. And I think the little highlighter on my cheeks, it's helping a bit. So my next tip, number 4, are the eyes have it. And hey, if you saw that thumbnail that I put out for this video, you know that I looked really old without my eye makeup on. And part of that is that I have downturned eyes. As I've aged, they've turned from upturn to downturn. And so I need to do a swoosh. I need to really uplift them. And I did a video, and what I'm going to do also on the end screen of this video, I'm going to put a link for that one because it's so important, on how to upturn with some eyeshadow and eyeliner your downturned eyes. So very important to really take a look. If you're not wearing makeup at all, if you're getting those kind of sagging eyes, you might want to try and take a look at the tutorial. So, and as we get older, I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, like, what happened to your lips? I think mine are even getting thinner, but they're certainly getting paler, and I need to have some kind of lipstick. And you know, those pale lipsticks that they show out there that hardly have any color to them, it's not for me. It doesn't do anything for me. So I really like a coral, or I'm wearing a pink right now, which I absolutely love. And I'm using a lip liner to kind of, you know, emphasize the lips a little bit. Or, hey, we said old to bold. How about a nice red? And don't forget the red on your nails as well. And for number 6, let's talk about our hair. And as you all know, I've transitioned to the silver. And if you look in that youtube.com/awesomeover50/videos, you'll find a video on how I transitioned to silver. And actually the shots were taken and the video was taken at my hairstylist. So that should be of interest to you as well. And you're probably thinking to yourself, silver hair, come on, Heather, isn't that making you look older? Well, guess what? It's trending, and a lot of the younger girls, or the younger gals, are getting their hair colored in a silver. And also what I've found is my silver hair really seems to brighten up my face, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's also really silkier. I use certain products for it, like the purple shampoo and anti-frizz and some of those, and I'll put those below as links as well. But another way that I feel younger is having longer hair. And it might not be for you, hey, I get that, but you know what? This is the time, isn't it? You know, if we really wanted to take the time and grow our hair a little longer and see if we like it, well, these might be the days. So I say give it a try if you're thinking about it. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to be wearing my long hair for a long time. So let's switch over and talk for number 7 about your wardrobe. And I really feel from going old to bold, let's get a little bolder with our colors and not be wearing black outfits and neutrals all the time. I just actually did a video on wearing red, and I was one of those slow people to really start to wear red. I've had so many compliments on me wearing red, and I find that it really brightens up my face. Like this pink top that I have here, I just feel, not only does it brighten up my face, but I also feel more alive. I don't know, it's a mood booster. So I'm going to suggest that you take a look at some other colors, start bringing them into your wardrobe, especially when you're feeling kind of down, and boost that mood. So next, let's talk about the styles of clothes that we're wearing. And I can tell you, when I had my kids, I was a model, and I went to the stores and bought extra large clothes. I felt that if I was kind of drowning in the clothes, nobody would notice the weight that I gained, but it actually did the opposite. What it did was it just made me look heavier. So I really think it's so important that you wear your size, and certainly not skin tight. You don't want to do that, but wear the size of clothing that you're supposed to be wearing. And I can tell you that if you're thinking, oh, but you know what, I've got some curves. Well, I got some curves too, and I don't want to be model Heather anymore, because model Heather was bulimic, and that's not something that I want to show my girls, that it's, oh, you got to be super thin and be like I was and be bulimic. And even a lot of the women that you're seeing in these magazines or online, they might be bulimic too. So just show off your, let's start a trend. Showing off our curves, and I think it's already trending. So let's be ourselves. Let's not hide behind, tent dresses. And I'll tell you something, if you're looking at my fashion videos, there's not a moo-moo in sight. So let's talk about our necks. And it's weird, because if you look at the before picture on my thumbnail to the video, you notice a lot of wrinkles around my neck. And I really think that the turtleneck, which a lot of women, try to hide their necks with, was emphasizing, and it was bunching up underneath the turtleneck. I like to wear, crew necks or V-necks, what I'm wearing now. And I find, oh, by the way, I also moisturize my neck. Actually, this way I moisturize my neck and decolletage. And I do that every single night as well. But I want to wear V-necks, and I want to feel kind of youthful and also kind of sexy. And I think those are two words that us gals need to get a little bit more into our vocabulary. So at the top of this video, I talked about changing up our attitude. And in the book that I wrote, I talked about forgetting about that birth certificate that's all worn out and the age and the date on that, because you know what? It's not important. It's more important that we find a mindset age. And I'm not talking about, okay, I'm going to be 12 or I'm going to be 21. No, for me, my mindset age is 42. When I was 42, I felt confident. I felt like I was ready to take on the world. I loved wearing fun clothes and getting dressed up and doing up my hair. And I am refusing to look at my birth certificate and say, oh, well, I'm 65, I'm a senior now. Nope, not going to happen with me. And I suggest that the same goes, pick an age. Pick an age when you were feeling really, really confident about yourself. And I'm going to tell you, at 65, I do feel confident. I do wear fun clothes, and I do like to get dressed up. So how has any of that changed? So I want all of you that is here in this community to know that you are relevant. You are wonderful. And hey, if you're here, you're one of the awesome ones. And oh, by the way, if you kind of like what's going on here, we just want to have a wonderful community of awesome women of a certain age. And all you have to do is subscribe, and then don't forget to click the bell, and you'll be notified when my video's out. And I'm just going to say a big welcome to all of the new people, and all of you awesome ones that have been with me for the last, bunch of years that I've been here. thank you. Thank you so much. And I really do mean that. And you know what? It's time for Little Hurricane. So here he is, our little Yorkie Hurricane. And little Hurricane in dog years is actually 65 years old. And although he hasn't really got much of fashion sense, he certainly has been listening, I think, about my speech about being and feeling youthful, because he runs around the house playing chase all the time. And he thinks he's a puppy still, so good for you, Hurricane. You know, don't act that 65 years old that you have going for you right now. And you know what? Us women, we have so much wisdom. We can have the confidence. We can absolutely rock this world. And I'm telling you, they say that studies show that a woman, after she's 50, she starts to feel invisible. Well, we can't be erased out. We need to show the younger women that we're cool. We're an amazing generation, and they can be that too. So let's start acting so amazing, not acting our age. And let's continue to keep it awesome.